I'm so excited and anxious to talk to you all today. So come on in here, so we can have a kiki and a giggle and a ha. Come on up in here, Jack Squad. Because I got a lot, excuse me, I got a lot to talk about. Let me get my water. Come on, y'all. I got a lot I got to tell you about my past 5 days. Actually, my past week. I was in Charlotte, and then I was in Chicago. Hey, Nick. Hey, Nick. I had a time. Right? And I'm tired. I was tired. I'm okay today. But I got other stuff going on. I got to get my business off the ground. So that's what I'll be doing from this day forward. All the its and giggles is over with. I got to put my boots on the ground, as they say, and get my business off the ground. I'll be doing arbitrage, and it's a lot. You got to concentrate, right? And that's what I'm doing. So that takes a lot of concentration. So between YouTube and Amazon, selling products on Amazon, it's going to be a lot, right? So come on in here, everybody, so I can tell y'all about everything. We got to talk about the flood in Texas, Dr. Heavenly running for this Georgia state representative, of course, my time in New Orleans. We have a whole plethora of things to discuss. The Diddy trial, because y'all know I've been gone. The Diddy trial, and he was only convicted on the two lesser charges. And I got to tell y'all what Trump's agricultural secretary said today. So come on in here. I got to tell you about the Essence Fest, because don't believe, stuff went on, I guess, behind the scenes, but all in all, it was a good time. And maybe they'll learn, because this is my first time going, so maybe they'll learn. And I'll probably always go, if God willing, I will probably always go to the Essence Fest. I went to the Jazz Fest for years and years and years, but now that I'm down this way, I'll be going to the Essence Fest. I love us, and I love black folks, and that's it. Who said hi? Hold on, let me get to my business. So I don't know what just happened. Can y'all hear me? Hey, India. The best second line is in the inner city. You still live there? So they said, did they have a second line Sunday? Because the girl that I met, she said that it was a second line season. I met her she was an usher at the concert. And she said, why is my comments not showing up? That it was a second line season. Now, when is second line season? She said it started like in August. Is that true? The best is I know it's and you know what? The guy at the concierge or whatever he was at the hotel, he said the hood like it was a bad thing. I was like, I want to go. I don't care where it's at. Yeah, he said that. So I figured that, right? I figured that. Hold on. I gotta get my comments in here. Yeah, he said that. Oh, they did have one, huh? Hey, T. So, and then my daughter was telling me, because she's been about 4 times, that where I was downtown, that you have to cross over a bridge to get into the neighborhoods. Is that true? I'm scared of them bridges. That one big bridge is like, they said it was 24 miles. That's like 30 minutes to go across a bridge. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Oh, I don't like the way I'm looking. Can y'all hear me? I don't like the way I'm looking. I'm too far back. Whoa. Yeah. Wait a minute. I don't like the way I'm looking. Let me change Okay. They stop this month and start back at, oh, they start back in November. Okay. They start back in November. Okay. Hold on. They stopped this month. So it was one Sunday. Oh. From where you were staying, you could take the ground all the way there. Oh, I could. Because my daughter, we was talking about today, she was like, Ma, I'm telling you, when we go back, you have to go across the bridge. You got to go across a bridge. Might not be that bridge, but everywhere you go, you have to cross a bridge. I was like, I'm scared of that. I'm scared of that. Oh. I could take, well, you're going to have to, and what comments, where you say you put it at? In my comments? In one of my videos or something? Because I ain't looked at all the comments. I have so much, let me tell you, I have so much footage, right? And Saturday, I went out once to go get something to eat at this place called Mulati's or something, Mulate. Probably was Mulate, right? And went right back, walked right back to my room because I was exhausted because I'd start traveling Tuesday. I was so excited when Thursday came when I got there that I didn't sit down, and then Friday I was out from the morning until the morning again. About concert didn't end until 2, so Saturday I was wiped out. Right. Saturday is the best day from what I can see for the Essence Fest because that's when all the stars and all the panels are. I didn't see any of that, child. I was in my bed in the hotel. So one of your videos just eat for breakfast. Oh, okay. I didn't see a lot of comments. I haven't seen a lot of the comments yet because I have so much footage. I'm still putting it out. And I'm gonna put it out, like I put up 3 videos today. I have so much footage. For me, New Orleans, you live in New Orleans, I could live in New Orleans. Like the energy, like there's 2 places, or maybe 3, but 2 in the States that I have been so far that I want to live in, or I would like to be. That's Atlanta and New Orleans. The culture is there. The culture is there. Now, I understand downtown, this tourist area and everything was high because they was gouging. They was gouging, right? The food, I don't eat, because I don't eat beef or pork, so I don't eat gumbo and all. I never really ate soups. I don't eat soups anyway. Gumbo and jambalaya, I don't eat all that. The food ain't the thing for me. It's just the whole energy and the people and the everything about it, right? Is it muffled? Hold on. Because I moved it. That might be why it's muffled. Is it still muffled? I hope not. Is it still muffled? Yeah, so I got a lot to tell you. I hope it ain't. I got my other mount came, but it's in the mailbox and I ain't got to see it. How is it now, T? You live in New Orleans. I had to come to the inner city to see everything. It's more closer in the inner city. Okay. So where is the, so I took the boat ride. I'm gonna put that footage up too. And that muddy river, Mississippi River, right? And they were showing how close the Ninth Ward was, how the water got over there, right? So my question is, did the water rise in the downtown area? Like I was on Voyager, and it's muffled. Okay, hold on. Okay. Is it muffled now? Is it muffled now, y'all? T or India? But what my question is, India, it's still muffled? Okay, let me see. What about now? Because I don't know which side it is that the sound is affecting. What about now? It's good now? Okay. Okay, cool. So, my question is, India, because I was wondering about that while I was there. Where I was at on Poitras, all them the strip of hotels and all that, convention center and the dome and the new dome and all that, did that get flooded as well? And I didn't realize it had been 20 years. Don't seem like it's been that long. Did that get flooded as well? Where did it stop at? Did Bourbon Street flood? Perfect. Okay, cool. So, I love New Orleans. Now, my daughter loves it. She's been going for the last 4 or 5 years. She go once a year, right? I loved it. And I didn't participate in a whole bunch of stuff because I was tired. And I don't drink, so I did go on Bourbon Street. Like, if I drank, Bourbon Street would be where I'd be. If I was in my 30s or 40s, Bourbon Street would be where I would be, right? It's action. There's a lot of action. It's a lot of action, y'all. And I like action. I'm a very sociable person. I went by myself. I didn't meet no strangers. Let me tell y'all this, and I'm going to put the video up when I find it, when I get to it. I met a lady named JacQuie Mason. Her name was JacQuie Mason. No, only the inner city, nowhere around that was flooded. Oh, really? So the Ninth Ward is considered the inner city, right? I got to do some more research because I'm very interested, right? More so culturally, you know, because I understand that the port, and that's where a lot of, what's the word I want to say? Why the language is like that, because a lot of people, I don't know if they were from Haiti, if they were wherever they was from, that's where they, you know, they came to the port at. Okay. Oh, well, let me tell you something. I'll be back again and again and again. As y'all know, I'm moving to Texas sometime in the near future when I get my coins up. And Texas is only, I think, 5, I don't know how many hours. How many hours, India? About 5. It's drivable. It's drivable, right? Because they saved Bourbon Street. Oh, they saved Bourbon Street. Oh, they did. And how did they do that? How did they do that? You know, and also what I noticed when I was on the river, when I was on that boat, it's a lot of petroleum, what's the word I want to use? It's a lot of petroleum businesses, not businesses, but, you know, factories, I guess. I don't know. From Houston, about 4 or 5 hours. Not Houston, Dallas. Did I say Dallas? Houston. I'm going to Dallas. So Dallas is probably further. But it's a lot of industry on that river, right? And I'm guessing that's why it's muddy like that. I was very curious about that. And I was thinking about the devastation, how you living right there and the water just rising and rising and rising. I met a girl when that happened. I was in Youngstown and she had came from, she was in Hurricane Katrina. Like, I could just imagine the devastation and how many years of therapy it took for the people that was actually in it to overcome that horror. Because that's a horror, right? But it seems like they rebuilt it. Well, you said they didn't touch Bourbon Street. Dallas about 8 hours. Okay. Yeah, so I loved it. I love New Orleans. I'm telling y'all, I love New Orleans. The people were friendly. The people were so friendly. I met a girl that lived there. That's what I was telling about the second line. But she was like, oh, we gonna have a second line. Cause I was like, it's out of season, so it's not gonna be one. Cause I was looking forward to that. And she said, well, we gonna probably have one. Cause Sunday night was Master P, the New Orleans natives, and some more people. They had a huge lineup for Sunday night. And she was like, they may have one inside of there, right? But I could tell you this, the people are lively, the people were friendly. The people were friendly. Now, I had an angry cab driver. He was a Haitian guy. But the people were friendly, though. And the girl I met that was the usher was very friendly. My phone completely died by the time I got inside of the dome for the concert. Locals don't go on Bourbon too much. That's what my daughter told me. The best times you can have is in the inner city. Yeah, you got to tell me where to go because I'll be back soon. That's what my daughter said. She said the locals don't fool around down there. That's just tourist attraction, right? But what was I getting ready to say? The people were friendly. The people were very, very friendly. But so let me tell y'all. So I met a lady named JacQuie when I was on the boat. I think I did the boat Friday, right? So when I got on the boat, it was mostly, I got tricked. It said jazz boat, so I'm thinking they're going to play jazz. Well, they did play jazz, but they played slave jazz. They played the old jazz. That I mean, like the ancestors weren't happy with that music they was playing, right? So as soon as I got there, there was a lot of white people on the boat. I sat down, and because it was already filled up pretty much, and it was a table full of black ladies, and I was like, hey, y'all. Hey, cousins, right? And you know, I'm friendly, so I pulled my chair over. There was another girl. I met another lady. I met a lot of folks, right? I met another lady named Barbara. She was from New York. She was my road dog for quite a few of them days, right? And so I went over there and started talking to them, and they was telling me they had extra tickets to the Saturday show. I already had a ticket to Friday show, and it was going to be Maxwell, right? So this is where the confusion came in. I know y'all have seen a lot of stuff. This is where the confusion came in at. They didn't have a lineup. I don't think they had the lineup. They said who all was coming, but they didn't have a lineup individually, I don't think. I didn't see the lineup till the next day because I wasn't looking for it, right? All I know was Friday night I wanted to see Ron Isley. I didn't know who was there because I didn't plan on going to any of the concerts. I was just going to partake of the culture, go to the Essence Fest, and that was that. I had no plans because I didn't have no money for that, right? Well, that Thursday, if y'all watched the video, I was just about to parade around with myself, and I had saw these ladies that I talked to earlier that stayed in the hotel. It was a lady and her mama. Lady name was Jasmine, and I forgot what her mama name was, right? They was very friendly. They was from, where was they from? I think they was from New York too, because it was a group a group that flew together. They was in a traveling group, right? And anyway, when I was getting ready to go out, she was like, hey, if y'all see the video, and I was like, hey, what's up? My name's JacQuie. Can I go with y'all? They was like, yeah. Because I didn't want to experience a lot of stuff because I didn't know if it was cool or if it was not, but it really was all cool down there, right? Because the police is heavy police. It's heavily policed. Police is everywhere on every corner, 2, 3, 4 of them. It's safe, right? So, so they told me that Ron Isley was coming. I had no idea because I didn't look at the lineup. I wasn't thinking about it. I got me a ticket immediately. Now, I was way up at the top, y'all. When I tell you I was up yonder, I was up yonder. Now, mind you, I had already said when I got all the way up there, I ain't gonna stay here. This ain't where I'm gonna stay. I'm wait till the concert start, and I'm gonna go on about my business down around somewhere and just keep seat hopping, right? The ushers did not care where you sat. They wasn't checking. You could have went to the floor. They wasn't checking, right? So as I'm sitting there freezing, they had it on free. First of all, this is where the bad talk about. Let me just start from the beginning. So the concert was supposed to start at 6. That's what it said on the ticket. I get there at 5:30 because y'all know I'm on time Tammy. So me and Barbara walked down there at 5:30. That's people already at the gate. So, okay, we're going to stand here. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot in New Orleans, right? Hot. Don't wear no clothes. Just wear 2 tops and some shorts. Don't wear no clothes. People had on clothes. It was hot. And I walked everywhere I went except for when I got on the trolley. So anyway, we're waiting to get in. So a lady come out with her red suit. We're going to call her Kathy. Kathy May come out and say, we're going to let y'all in at 6. People were sweating bullets. It was older people. You know, it was all I knew was Ron Isley, right? So that's an older set coming to see Ron Isley, right? I love Ron Isley. He's my favorite. Isley Brothers is my favorite of all time. So I'm definitely going to see Ron. I had never seen him before. So it was an older set that was waiting to stand out there in this heat, right? It was a man, y'all thought he'd fall out. They said somebody did pass out, right? They was not going to open that gate. Now, while we standing there, I knew it was some confusion going on with the artists. I knew that, or the backstage business or whatever. I knew it because they had us standing out there too long, right? So I'm laughing and talking with the people, having fun. So they let us in then they said 6:15. They didn't let us in through that gate to about 6:20, maybe 6:25, I think, right? Now, mind you, I'm standing out there an hour. It's hot. So then we got to walk up these steps. It's 3 sets of steps. I ran up the steps. So we get in there. We stand in the line. They still made us wait at the doors. Then, because my tickets were so high up, they said anybody in the 500s or 600s, go down there. So now I got to walk down here to this door, right? I don't care because I'm coming to see Ron. So we get in there. They finally let us in there maybe 6:45, right? We sit down. The concert didn't start till 8:30. Now, before the concert started, they had a DJ, and she was good. And had it not been so cold, see, it was a contrast because it's so hot outside, you got on shorts or whatever you got on. Inside was freezing. I'm talking about I was shivering. I ain't never shivered in my life. I was shivering, right? It was cold. So, now, mind you, I hadn't bought my ticket for the next day, but I told the girl, I'm going to call you, then I'm going to cash app you, da-da-da. I'm going to get the ticket. I'm glad I didn't pay for it because I was too tired to go. Anyway, So we waiting. The DJ playing, she jamming, she looked like Tasha K. She jamming. Now she got on a leather jacket, that's how cold it was. They playing music, and people drinking. It was a good time. I'm just sitting there because I don't drink, and I'm just waiting on Ron. That's what I'm doing, waiting on Ron. So the one of the I'm gonna call him an announcer. He came on stage and he said, "Listen, y'all. Now, mind you, the floor was about empty. The floor seats were empty. Them floor seats was for people who had money, stars and athletes or entertainers of some sort, because those seats was like $1,100, $1,100 plus, right?" So he said, "Don't worry about these people's seats." He said, "This is anybody a Cancer? If you a Cancer, come on down." That was my cue. I got up and went down, right? Now, I didn't go to the bottom of the floor because I didn't want to be bothered with people, and I didn't want nobody to come be like, "This is my seat." And I got to get up, right, on the floor. So people went down to the floor, right? I was on the floor, but in the back. I could still see, I couldn't see the stage because the stage was far off. Couldn't see the stage, but the TV, the monitors was right there, right? Well, I had a whole row to myself, a whole row. So I was like, oh, they didn't sell no tickets. But I guess in black people fashion, people came late, right? I don't know why, but they came late. So I don't know what they was doing, but there was a lot of people standing on the floor. That I've never went anywhere and they let people stand on the floor, never, right? And like I said, the ushers were not concerned about where you sat. They didn't care, right? That's how I met the girl. She was an usher. Anyway, my phone died. I was on 2% as I'm waiting in the line, so I didn't get any videos or photos or nothing of Ron for my own memories because I can't put it up on YouTube. No way. I didn't get nothing. When I tell y'all, Ron killed it. Ron's voice was crisp. Now, when I was outside, a girl was out there. She's like, "I say, Ron, you're going to be disappointed." Right? I was not disappointed. That day, Friday night, Ron was the show. Let me tell y'all the lineup. It was Lucky Day, Coco Jones. And Coco Jones, bless her heart, she's a new artist. And she probably was excited and everything. And so she sung her songs and said, "Okay, good night, everybody." And then she came back out, and her main song, she was like, "Oh, I forgot I got to sing another song." She sang her song. She looked good. The audio wasn't that good initially, right? So after Coco, and it was a lot of time in between, like 30 minutes. It was a long time in between, right? Like I said, the show started at 8:30. It didn't. When I left, it was 1:45 in the morning. I didn't think that Lauryn Hill was coming. I told them Lauryn Hill ain't coming, right? They say she's a special guest. Lord coincidentally came at 3:30 in the morning. They said, "Come on," but there wasn't nobody there because I left at 1:45. But anyway, Glorilla performed, but I could tell her energy was off. So I knew something was going on behind the scenes, right? I knew something was going on, and her energy was off. I guess until she realized the crowd was receiving her, and it changed. But she didn't sing the song that I like. She didn't do the song that I like. Y'all know the song. But Glorilla. Now, took about another 20, 30 minutes. 10:30, I'm like, Ron ain't coming. I was getting ready to leave. I had got up to leave. That's how I met the girl. I'm like, all right, they playing. And older people, I know who these artists were. But people my age or a little bit younger, or a little older, they don't. And there was a lot of elders up in there. They don't know who Lucky Day is. They don't know who Coco. They didn't. The girl that I was with, she didn't know none of them people, right? So people were getting up, and I would say, I'm getting up, I'm cold, I'm going on back to my room, disappointed. The girl that I met, she said, she said, "Don't leave, just warm up, walk up and down, warm up, because Ron is here, Maxwell here." And I was like, Maxwell? He's supposed to come Saturday. My girls is coming tomorrow to see that. She said, She said, Ron is here, Maxwell is here, Babyface is here. Now, mind you, it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm like, these people old. They got to go to bed, right? And she said, Erykah Badu here. It's a special guest. I said, no, I don't believe the Erykah Badu part, right? So I sat back down. Now, my phone dead. I said, my phone is dead. She went in her bag, gave me her charger, because I realized it was a port. I said, you mean to tell me I could have brought my phone? Because I didn't bring a purse or anything, because they were saying they can't bring nothing in there, right? And she said, yeah, what kind of phone you got? I said, a Droid. She went in her purse, gave me her thing, and I charged my phone up. By the time it charged some, Maxwell was on. But Ron, when he came out, y'all, see, Ron been performing all his life. He said, thank y'all for 67 years of performing. He 84 or something. I think Ron 84. Ron looked good and he sounded good. He sounded good. He did the best out of anybody. Hey, Minyard, he did better than anybody that night, okay? He sang, he came down with as glorified as he could, with his coat on, and you know, he just came down like the king that he is, right? And then he said, now I'm gonna sit down, y'all. He sang a couple fast songs. He said, I'm gonna sit down because I got about 200 songs I'm gonna sing for y'all. And when I tell you, he sang about 10 of them, 8 of them, Footsteps in the Dark, all of them from back, and he sung all that, right? Sounded good. And then he did Fight the Power or something at the end. And he did Voyage to Atlantis, which is a very pretty song. Because, you know, he had 2 brothers and a cousin. That was the Isley brothers, right? They died years ago. And his brother, Ernie, played the guitar with his teeth. He played the guitar with his teeth. Then he put it behind his back and played it. Like they gave a show. The Isleys gave a show. Him and his brother, they gave a show, right? And they went on another 30 minutes. Maybe Babyface come out at midnight, right? I was shocked. Now, I done seen Babyface before. But Babyface, he did a couple songs and he did Whip Appeal. Then he started doing songs that he wrote for other people. Like, he wrote for people I didn't even know he had wrote for, like Johnny Gill, Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston. He started doing snippets of the songs that he wrote, right? And he had really good background singers, so they was doing most of the singing. Ron killed it. I'm gonna say it again. Babyface sound good. He look good. I've seen him before. He gives a hell of a show when he's singing his songs. I've seen him at the Jazz Festival. But Ron, For My Money Friday night, was everything. Then Maxwell came out. By this time, I'm tired and I'm froze to death. I'm froze. I'm a popsicle. I'm like, why do they got this air on like this, right? Maxwell did good, but I was tired. I was cold and I was sleepy. And probably halfway through him, I got up and left. It was 1:45 in the morning, right? Now then, the people who bought tickets specifically for Maxwell, the next day when I went to eat, my friend said, well, here go the lineup. The lineup for Saturday, all it had on there was DeVito, that other Ghana girl from Ghana with a song, and Jill Scott. I was like, that's not enough for me to pay $80. I ain't never seen Jill Scott, and I like Jill Scott. But that wasn't enough for me to pay $80. Plus, I was tired, right? Well, they had a hell of a show because it was Jill Scott. They said Jasmine Sullivan, but I didn't hear nobody say if she was there or not because I wanted to see Jasmine Sullivan. That's why I was going. But she wasn't on the list. So I don't know if she actually came or not. They did a tribute to Patty and Erykah Badu, who I've never seen. I would have liked to see. Who else was it? It was some more people that I would like to see, but it wasn't on the lineup, on the app. They had an app you had to have, right? Them people weren't on the lineup. That's where the mix-up comes, because whoever was producing this Essence Fest didn't do a good job. It wasn't so much as the performers or the booths or the panels. It was whoever was in charge messed up, right? But still, all in all, it was cool. Now, Sunday night, as far as the performance goes, it's going to be Master P and all his people, except for Mia X. I heard they had a fallout. And it was going to be a whole bunch of people. Nas, it was going to be a whole bunch of folk, right? Boys to Men, just the list. It was a long list, right? I didn't go because I had to go to sleep so I could get up and early in the morning and catch my flight. But all in all, they said it's a new person in charge now. Yeah. All in all, still, I'm not going to bash the Essence Fest. I'm not going to bash it because for me, what I went for, the blackness, I wasn't going for the show. I just happened to see a show. I wasn't going for that. I was going for the blackness of it all. And that's what I got, right? So for me, it was cool. Now, inside the Essence Fest, which is held in the convention center, which is the opposite way, they had a lot of booths and they had a lot of panels, which I did not see because it was Saturday. And I didn't go Saturday, which next time I go, I'm going to be rested so I can partake in every day because that's the day that the stars come down and Saturdays, you know, because Saturday, y'all, let me tell y'all this. It was so crowded in the streets of New Orleans. It was like worse than New York. Almost. It was like New York. As far as the traffic, the cars, the traffic was stopped. It was just dead, and people, it was just masses of people. Sunday, it was not like that. So I believe a lot of people came down Saturday and then left Sunday morning, right? Because Sunday was not like that and Friday was not like that. Allow Target to, because Target, we were boycotting Target. I didn't know that Target was the sponsor until I'd already paid for my stuff and was on the way there. I think Target has always been the sponsor, or one of the sponsors, to my understanding, right? So, yeah, I think Target has always been the sponsor. That's the understanding that I get, right? So, you know, people latch on to us because we spend our money, right? It was a lot of money spent down there. Now, as far as the vending go, for whatever reason, I didn't think about vendors. I didn't know who was going to be inside the convention center. I just thought it was going to be panels, right? It was a lot of vendors, a lot of good black businesses, right? Some people were upset because they were saying they were Caribbean and African or something. I don't care. They was black folks. It didn't make me no difference. Who were supposed to be vendors canceled out. Yeah, I did see that. I heard that too. But you couldn't really tell by inside the convention center. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of people selling their clothes, books. I bought me a book. It was a lot of people selling books, a lot of people with their cosmetics. They was giving away, and they gave away a lot of stuff. The cosmetics people gave away samples of a lot of stuff. Some people said, again, I didn't go on Saturday. My friend, when she said she had a bunch of stuff, they said they were giving away shoes and all kind of stuff, right? I got samples of hair products. You know, it was Miel was down there. You know, it was a lot of black businesses there, right? And they were giving away stuff, and it was long lines. You stand in the line. But while you in the line, me personally, while I'm in the line, I interact with whoever in the line. Whoever in the line, I'm talking to them because you can find out stuff. I just network and communicate with whoever's in the line with me, right? So it was a lot of vendors. The food was very expensive. And then on the street, they had tents of people selling food. Somebody was selling some food. It looked good on my way to the concert, right? And I said, well, I'm going to see them when I come back out, right? If I'm, hungry. Because I hadn't ate. One day I didn't even eat. There was so much going on. I ain't had time to eat. And it was hot. So I said, I'm gonna get something when I come out. Child, he had the prices with the plates. 4 wings was $20. I was like, no, I know prices is high and it's people down here, you're gonna take advantage of it. But not that much. Not that much. Not that much. If I have one bad thing to say, oh, they gave away blinged out Vaseline. See, I didn't even see that part. One thing I have to say is the prices was extremely high for the food on the outside, right? Because there wasn't really no food on the inside, on the outside. People were gouging. Everybody was selling t-shirts, everybody was selling earrings, everybody was selling everything, right? But it was a festival, so that's what they were doing, right? But for me, I was fine with it. I was fine with it. Damn near ran out of money, but I was fine with it because I was not planning to go to a concert. I was not planning to go. I didn't even look to see who was the lineup because in my mind, I knew I wasn't going to do that, right? But I met these people and they was telling me it was Ryan and I went. Had I not been tired, I'd have went Saturday too. But I was wore out. I couldn't do anything Saturday. And I hate that I missed a lot of the stuff that was going on in the Essence Fest, but my body was tired. When your body tired, it's tired, right? So Sunday I got up and did go go down there. But the stars and all them people was gone, right? But it was an enjoyable time, and next time I go, I'll know what to do. It was I enjoyed it tremendously. I didn't want to leave. I almost cried, right? Because being around all that blackness, especially where I'm at now, right? Where I'm at now, as y'all know, is nowhere Midwest. Ain't no black folks, right? I took a picture. I'm gonna put it up. It's a lot of Amish, just buggies and horses and ish, right? So, I enjoyed, because people were friendly. You walk, everybody walking. When I left at 1:45, my friend had been left because she was ready to go. I stuck it out a little bit, and she was sitting somewhere else. When I left, a lot of people leaving. Wasn't nothing to be scared of, and nothing. Hey, Melinda, it was just black folks looking good of all ages, looking good and acting good, period, right? So don't believe all that negative stuff. I just told y'all what it was. It was whoever was in charge of the artists, they fault. But it's still, they still had a good time. The concerts, it might have, well, I know for a fact Saturdays didn't let out till after 2, because I got up to use the bathroom and people was walking past. I said, oh, they just not leaving the concert. So if you drinking and having fun, people don't care what time, you know, they don't care. It was a good time, right? So I ain't gonna say nothing bad about the, I'm not gonna say nothing bad about the festival, the Essence Fest. I'm not gonna say nothing bad about the Essence Fest, because it was black folks and we did it, and everybody looked good and acted good. That's it. Anyway, y'all, moving on. I'm gonna be putting up videos and footage and pictures probably all the rest of this week, because I really had a good time. Oh, let me tell y'all about the lady I met. I met a lady named JacQuie Mason, right? So the ladies that I met, I forgot about this story. I started telling you I went on to something else. So they were sitting at the table. We was talking. They were telling me they got tickets. So we exchanging numbers, right? So she said, my name is JacQuie. I said, well, guess what my name is? JacQuie, right? So as we exchanging numbers, she called me, or I called her or something, and she said Mason. I'm like, nah, I didn't tell her my name, and I know that my number is unlisted, so you ain't gonna, my name doesn't pop up when I call, right? I said, how she know my name? I said, what you say? She said, Mason. She said, that's my name, JacQuie Mason. I said, child, you ain't gonna believe my name is JacQuie Mason, right? When I tell you God was all in that thing while I was down there in New Orleans, how do you meet somebody with the same name as you? And she lived in Atlanta, right? So we will be communicating. Because they travel, her and her group of girls, they travel, right? It was about my age. I met JacQuie Mason. I have pictures of him. I'm gonna put that video up. I met JacQuie Mason, child. Sure did. I was like, look at God. I met good people. And the lady Barbara, she from New York. She lives in Poughkeepsie, right? But she from Harlem. Where's she from? Brooklyn. She's from Brooklyn, right? Her accent was heavy, right? Sometimes I couldn't understand what she was saying. But that was my road dog. I rode the trolley. I was very excited about the trolley because I always see it on TV. The trolley about free. You pay $3 and you ride for 24 hours. I rode for mine about 2 days worth until she caught me on Sunday. And because sometimes they tell you just get on, right? She caught me on Sunday, and I was like, oh, I didn't know. And you just pay $1.25 and, you know, ride where you're going. Because it's centrally located. Where I stayed was, all them hotels are centrally located to where you needed to be. So it was a good time. But anyway, we got to give condolences before I start with the shenanigans. We got to give condolences to the people in Central Texas who was affected. And it's over 100 people that are unalive by the flood, the sudden flood that they got, that they didn't get a warning that was coming, right? Over 100 people. Now, this is my thing. They said they didn't get the signal, and so now they're trying to, the narrative is, it's not Trump's fault because he laid off the people, the National Weather Service people. They said it ain't his fault, and they got people to verify that it ain't his fault. That don't make sense. And now Trump said he going down there later this week, and he's released some funds through FEMA, because you know he got rid of FEMA too, right? Yeah, it was kids. They was at a Christian, the good kids. They was at a Christian camp on right there on the river, right? I don't know if I want to be right there on the river. Anyway, I'm scared of the water. But anyway, over 100, and I think about 26, 27, 28 children, and it's still a lot of people unaccounted for. But right now they have over 100, like 108, 104 unalivements, right? What I want y'all to understand is that God is not pleased. And these catastrophes are happening to the people who voted for him, right? You know, natural disasters happen. We have no control over that, right? But I just believe that God is not pleased. He is not pleased, right? He's not pleased. If you don't believe in God, the Holy Spirit, or whatever energy, higher power, being, and all that stuff, whoever it is ain't pleased, right? And we all should be praying, and we all should be praying. I'm just leave it like that. We should all be praying I feel sorry for those people because they had no warning. And the man, I watched a video when I was in New Orleans. The man said he saw the water, right? And he said he was trying to get his truck to move it out the way, but before he can get his keys, the water had rose up. And him and his wife held on to a tree branch for 30 minutes. They were older too. Him and his wife held on to a tree branch until the police came to rescue them. I can't imagine being in a horrific situation like that. You know, what would you do? What do you do, right? What do you do? You know what I'm saying? Whole families, yeah. And you know, I watched the video. I didn't watch it too long because I didn't want to keep that in my head, of a video where the houses were moving. People were in their house and the house was moving with the water, and they had their cell phones with the lights. I guess they was trying to say, we in here, we in here. Can you just imagine that? And the whole house is just moving, right? So we gonna pray for those people and those souls that was lost. You know, that's a sad thing, right? And Trump, you know, I expected Trump. I think that happened Thursday. Did that happen Thursday? Whenever it happened, he should have been down there in the next couple of days, right? He said he going later this week. Later this week. What you doing that you can't go down there? You know, presidents, when catastrophes happen, they helicopter fly them down, and they don't have on their sport coat. They have on their a little jacket that zip up, they windbreaker type jacket, and they go and assess the situation. They go assess the situation. He ain't playing golf now, is he? Is he? Please don't tell me that. Well, let me tell you this. Let me tell y'all that, if y'all think that's something. So Trump's agriculture secretary, she's a woman. I don't know her name. I ain't look for her name, right? What you say, Eddie? He said he not going. He don't want the attention on him. That's his job. Anyway, Trump's agriculture secretary says, and she said it in a matter-of-factly way. Go Google it. In a very matter-of-fact way. Listen, y'all, and told y'all way back when he was in the last time that he want to set us back 500 years. I believe he just want to set us all the way back, right? So they said all the farmers that are being deported, they'll be replaced with people on Medicaid. We have enough people on Medicaid to replace the farmers. Is that slavery or is that not slavery? What is that called, y'all? You gonna make people be on the farm? You gonna make the people that's on Medicaid be on the farm? Is that what they saying? That's a hard drag. Farmers like what they do. You just can't make nobody that's be a farmer, and they don't want to do that. But that's what they doing. Okay? I don't know what state that was in. I don't know if that's all the states where all the farms at. I don't know how they gonna do that. But that's what she said, and she said it very matter-of-factly. Like, shit, we got enough people to work them because we gonna keep going. She said we're gonna keep going with the deportation. We heavy on the deportation. And we got enough people on Medicaid to cover that. Do y'all believe that? Do y'all believe that? That's slavery. That's called modern day slavery. I went through Hurricane Katrina, and this brings back a whole lot of things I remember. I know. That's what I'm saying. People go through them traumas. You need therapy or something. Like, you know, I couldn't even, that nightmares, like I couldn't even imagine. I'm super scary anyway. I'm scary anyway. Big as I talk and loud as I am and big as I am, I'm scary. I'm scared of stuff. And I believe in the power of nature. I believe in the power of God. You know, God can do what he want to do. Who thought that Katrina would come and cover up something? Who thought they was going to have a tsunami? The water was going to rise up so high? Who thought that? And when I was in North Carolina, you know, they had a hurricane in the city next to me, or the city nearby, because it affected people that I work with, right? That whole town gone. The whole town. The highway gone. The highway gone. You know, so... And them the people that voted for him too. They voted for him, right? And that city will never probably ever recover because it's up in the woods, and you know, it won't never recover from that. You know, people lost everything they had, their house, their car, their this, their that, right? So, you know, we got to be mindful of these things, but I just think that the next go round, people will be active in their voting. They should be, you know. Even though the people that believe in Trump, they're still brainwashed, a lot of them. A lot of them are still brainwashed and don't understand that him cutting all this and cutting all that. Yes, natural disasters happen, but then there's things put in place. Those things were put in place for natural disasters or any kind of disaster or any kind of situation happens. There's things the government has in place. That's why we're the country that we are. He's trying to make us something that we ain't and don't want to be. And then I saw a video, speaking of that, so I guess they were some MAGA nuts. It was down there where Nick at in Louisville. But Nick said it was probably early in the morning. You know, they had their masks and they was marching with their flags and they was saying something. I forgot what they was chanting. I don't understand why. Why? What's all that for? What is all that for, y'all? I don't get it. What is all that for? You know, I see the video of a lady was on a plane and I guess the white lady was saying something out of pocket. And she said, listen here, lady. We don't teach our kids hate. And I've been telling y'all that we don't teach hate. Black households do not teach hate. We teach if you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. We teach that. We don't sit around and we hate them white, hate little Billy and hate little, we don't teach that. We don't teach that. Because for real, at our core, at our heart, we're Christian, God-fearing people. We don't teach hate. We, white folks out there, we don't teach hate. We just don't. Y'all breed it. Y'all teach it and breed it, right? We don't do that. Let me get off of that before I get upset. Anyway, y'all, speaking of politics, y'all ready for this one? Dr. Heavenly out of Atlanta, Georgia, is running for Georgia state representative. All right. Now, I ain't saying she ain't smart enough, but is she coof enough? Is she got enough coof in her? Because when they make her upset, is she going to tell them your mama? Is she going to cuss them out? You got to have some decorum when you're in politics. I don't know if she got enough decorum. And if that ain't enough, now these people I like, I don't really like Heavenly, but Quad, who I like, is going to be her campaign manager. Now, was they sitting around drinking some Moscato and said, you know what? I think I'm going to run for the state representative. They ain't doing nothing, you know, I think. And Quad said, girl, will you... Because, you know, they are college educated. Both of them college educated, right? And Quad said, you know what? I'm going to be your campaign manager. That's what we about to do, sis. That's what they said. They just thought of that. They ain't been thought of that. They just thought of that on a whim. You can't tell me that wasn't a whimsical thought. But she announced it today. She done took her photos. She's looking very political. She's looking very political with her sport coat on. Now, you know, if I was still down there, you know, I don't know if I would support her or not, because Heavenly, I don't like Heavenly. But, you know, in her speech, in her notes, in her statement that she made, I should say, it sounded good. She for the people, and she know this, and she gonna get things done, and da-da-da-da-da. She sounded very political, right? I just don't think she's the person to be up in there. She can't control her emotions. See, when you in politics, or when you in a lot of different fields and you in charge of some folks, you got to be able to control your emotions. I don't think she can control her emotions. She showed us that she can't control her emotions. So we'll see how that go, y'all. We'll see how that go. Anyway, did y'all see that in the Potter's house, which is what's his name, T.D. Jakes, has officially handed over a changing of the guard to his daughter. They had a ceremony, I guess. They had a ceremony Sunday. The changing of the guard from him to her. Is she Sarah or is that Cora? Who Cora? Do they got somebody named Cora in his family? Ain't it a Cora and a Sarah? Sarah his wife. Well, anyway, whoever it is, the daughter. They had the changing of the guards Sunday. You know, so that's that. They did that, right? And let me tell y'all this, speaking of my trip. So I rode American. Let me tell y'all what I had to do while I was so tired. So I had to, because I bought my ticket and I was living in Charlotte, I had to go to Charlotte and fly out of Charlotte, right? In order to get to Charlotte, I had to drive 2 hours from here, because there's nothing around here, to Chicago to fly to Charlotte. So I had to buy another ticket, fly to Chicago, and then when I got to Chicago, when I drove to Chicago, leave my car there, pay to have my car stay there, right? Then I flew to Charlotte. My one girlfriend picked me up. My other girlfriend dropped me off at the airport, so that was cool. And I had fun with my friends, right? And don't tell them when I see them again. I talk to them all the time, but I might not see them for a while, right? So then, that was Tuesday. I went to Chicago, spent the night, got up Wednesday morning and flew to Charlotte. Now, I stayed the night in Charlotte, and then Thursday I flew out to New Orleans. So I done did all that traveling. I was wore out on Saturday, right? And then I had to do the same thing coming back. But instead, on the way back, I didn't I went to Charlotte and stayed inside the airport and caught my next flight, but I had to wait 3 hours for that, right? And then I had to drive home. The drive home is usually 2 hours. It took me about 3 because it was traffic. Chicago got a hell of traffic, right? So it was traffic. I left at 6:30. Traffic. I got home at 11 o'clock. I started on my journey at 5:30. I got up at 5:30, called my Uber at 6 in the morning. I got home at 11 o'clock last night. 11 o'clock last night. So I was tired. Today I had some stuff to do. And let me tell y'all this. So my hair looked horrible on the videos, right? Because the sun is intense. It's heat. Let me tell y'all something. I was walking and it felt like my feet was burning. Like my feet was on the stove. The top of my feet. Felt like the top of my feet was frying, right? So when I came home last night, I washed my hair. Now, this ain't none of y'all business, but I'm telling y'all anyway. I washed my hair, and then I relaxed it because my hair was not cooperating. That short style, my hair was uncontrollable. Just uncontrollable ball of naps, right? I don't care how many products I put on there. I don't care what I did. It was not cooperating. Y'all see the videos. So I had to relax my hair this morning. Now I'm satisfied. I'm cool. Now I might wear my hair like this for a long time. I don't know, because I got a 50,000 wigs, right? But for now, I'm digging this. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Because somebody in the comments said she ain't got no hair. It didn't hurt my feelings, because I know I ain't got no hair. But so the video's I'm gonna be looking rough, but that's because the sun was so intense. My hair was like straw. Literally, like straw, not wool. No, it was like wool straw, if that makes sense. It was horrible. Anyway, y'all ain't gonna see that no more, because I got me a relaxer, child. Sure did. So if it all fall out, that's okay. I'm gonna just keep dyeing it. Because I see a lot of ladies with short hair. That's what made me I felt so weird, because my hair looked a mess. I see a lot of ladies with short hair, shorter than mine, look gorgeous with their hair. They had it trimmed, they had it blonde, the different colors of blonde. Here I am looking like I just stopped smoking crack last week, right? So I had to come home and get that together, y'all. I had to come home and get that together, and that's what I did, right? So I'm digging it. I didn't like it before. I'm digging it because my hair was growing, so the curlies didn't look right no more, because it just too much. It was just doing too much and doing what it wanted to do. So I'm happy now. Right? Anyway, what else I was gonna tell y'all? I think that's it for today. I think that's it. Even though I got on the plane. Oh, this is what I'm gonna tell you about American Airlines. So American, one of them flights going, and I got to oh, let me tell y'all this. You don't have to take your shoes off no more. They passed the law silently. You don't have to take your shoes off at the airport no more. So it started yesterday. So know that. You ain't got to take your shoes off no more. I think from Charlotte to New Orleans, they said they have no more overhead space, right? They have no more overhead space, and we got to check your bag, right? For free. Okay, fine. Why when I get my bag, it broke my handle? You know the handle that come up and you do that? Broke my handle. I can still use it, but the one side is gone. And that's part of a set. I like my little purple set, right? They broke my handle. Now, I just thought about it. I got to contact American Airlines about that, because it was down. So how did y'all break it? And the girl, the flight attendant, she had it with her, right? Some people walk theirs down to the dudes through the thing, right? She insisted on taking mine. I believe she broke that on, because I was telling her, like, I don't like this. I want to keep my bag with me. So I had to take my passport out, take my money out, take it out of the suitcase, right? And my keys. I think she did that on purpose. I really do. Because she the one lifted it up and carried it down there. Because when they put it on, the thing be down. She broke my thing. I just thought about that. She the one broke it. She broke my bag. And I'm going to email American or call customer service tomorrow so they can give me another compensate me for that breaking of my bag. Because that's my carry-on bag that I use, because the other suitcase is too big. That's my carry-on that I use, right? I use that everywhere. When I noticed in all the airports, everybody's doing carry-ons, right? Let me tell y'all this. Not Illinois, Louisiana got a new airport. New Orleans got a new airport. Ain't nothing in there. Ain't no food. They got a big area for Emerald. And I don't know if Emerald paid for the airport. I don't know what. There's no other restaurants in there. One or two. And no whole bunch of restaurants. Chicago got a whole bunch. Charlotte got a whole bunch. Chicago got so much stuff. You go back around the corner, here goes some more stuff behind the wall and all that, right? Charlotte has a lot of food places too. I like to starve waiting them 3 hours to get to my next flight. Anyway, y'all. All in all, I had a good time. Now I got to get about the business of getting me some money. Anybody that y'all JacQuie, y'all supported me, thank you so much. Thank you so much. If y'all said prayers for me or whatever y'all did, thank you, right? Because I really did enjoy myself, and I enjoyed myself out more than I thought that I would. Because some things I did that I didn't think I was going to do, because that wasn't in my plan. So I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. I'm trying to think if it was something else I needed to say. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. See, I'm kind of anxious because I got some stuff I got to do. Let me tell y'all what I did. I've got to enter my stuff. I'm, selling on Amazon and stuff, right? And I had my computer, I thought, plugged up so I can enter my products, right? Because I got all my products now. I'm entering my products. Child, the thing wasn't even, I guess I didn't flick the switch or something because it was dead. I thought my computer was broke. So now it's charged. So I'll probably just enjoy the rest of my day, look at the TV, and get up in the morning and start to making me some money. So anyway, JacQuie, y'all can cash at me. Appreciate you. Because it's about to be rough for me for a couple months. I did my big one. Now it's over with. So anyway, y'all, I'm going on. And go in the house and finally relax. Because I really ain't relaxed in a week, right? Because I was so anxious when I was in New Orleans. Because I was so excited, rather. Not anxious, but excited. So, yeah. I don't know what happened to my comments. This thing just do what it want to do. I don't know what happened to my comments. But anyway, y'all. Anyway, I don't know what happened to my comments. Anyway, why can't I see my comments on this device? I don't know. Why? That's strange. Anyway, YouTube be doing the darndest of stuff. Hold on, y'all. I want to see why my comments disappeared. Why is my comments not showing? Oh, here they are showing on this one. All right. The cut looks good on you. Hey, Deborah. Glad you enjoyed your trip to my adopters. I know that's right. Yep, in your New Orleans voice. I know that's right. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow, JacQuie. Be cool.